What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Corey and today in the stock market we did see a mixed bag in the indices and it does look like we could be witnessing some sector rotation. First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so today on SPY we were up 0.12% and we did get another price action close above the positive sloping 5 EMA and we still have the strong bull trend. We printed a perfect doji candle because we closed exactly where we opened, even though we did have intraday volatility with highs and lows. So these doji candles typically represent indecision, and what you'll see in today's analysis is we were seeing some sector rotation. I want you to pay close attention to the QQQs and the Dow Jones, and you will see outperformance in the reopening stocks yet again. So on SPY, we do know tech is over 30% weight, so on a day that tech is being sold off, it will start to drag SPY down with it. But we're still seeing money rotating in those other sectors like financials and industrials, which is helping keep SPY afloat. So remember that this market is very anemic and we are going up on very low volume. And when you're going up on low volume and you do have a strong bull trend, it is a low volume melt up situation. Until we see something break down in the price action at a critical support level, this is still a strong bull market and price action goes higher in bull markets. So pay close attention to the next price target at 446 because as you can tell, we are still climbing closer and closer to that level. We have critical support at 441 and our 20 simple moving average critical support is just above 437. So our critical support is climbing higher each and every day because we do have a positive slope on that 20 simple moving average. Remember that my price targets coming up will be the next resistance levels and they could trigger pullbacks and possibly even a stock market correction. So you want to be disciplined and you want to lock in some profits the higher we go in this market. If we see a price action break down through this critical support just above 437, practically at 438 at this point, that could mean the stock market's rolling over and we are due for that correction. Remember, in the event we get a stock market correction, we'll always look for the 50 EMA as the next level of support, which is just above 431. Below that, we would be coming back down to 425 or our support trend line way down here at 418. But again, none of that is possible until we see a confirmation breakdown through critical support right around 438. So watch the price action because it's going to tell you everything you need to know in this market. And right now, the price action and the trend are still bullish. On the QQQs, we were down over 0.5% today and we did close below the 5 EMA. The QQQ still has the full bull trend and we did not yet test critical support right around 365. So look for a potential retest of that support as soon as tomorrow. And as long as that support level holds up and we maintain the bullish trend, we're still in a bull market and the QQQ still could continue to march higher. We will have resistance around the 368 and 370 resistance levels. And if we can break out above 370, we could run to the next price target at 376. We did see a slight increase in volume today, but overall the volume is still relatively low. If we do get a breakdown below that critical support right around 365, look for the next support levels at 362.7, 360, and 358, and our 50 EMA is now sitting just above 355. Remember, if this is a sector rotation and we see selling in the tech sector, you will see the biggest hit in the QQQs, but that doesn't mean that SPY and the Dow Jones also have to go through a correction if it's only focused in the tech sector. So if you see the tech sector breaking down below critical support, but you don't see it in the other indices, it's still possible we just see money moving around in the sectors, which we have seen plenty of times already, which does help keep the S&P 500 afloat. Jumping over to the Dow Jones, we can see where a lot of the money was going today with the Dow Jones going up 0.45%. A lot of those industrials and financial stocks are doing very well at these levels, and we are seeing the price action reflecting that in the Dow Jones. We had a bullish day closing above a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we still do have the full bull trend. Remember, the Dow Jones broke out just a couple of days ago above that critical resistance at 351, and we are starting to run to the next price target at 355. So as long as the Dow Jones is above critical support at 351, it's very likely we're well on our way to the next price target in the 355 range. If we break down below 351, you're looking for the next critical support right around 350. And below that, we have critical support at 348 and our 50 EMA just above 346. So look to see if you're going to see continuation of the strength in the Dow Jones as soon as tomorrow. And if we see more selling in tech and more buying in the Dow Jones, that will confirm this is going to be a sector rotation. In the Russell 2000, we were up 0.2% today and we closed just below the 50 EMA. The Russell 2000 is slowly but surely trying to build a base above this support at 222 and trying to get back over that 50 EMA to scare away the bears. Remember, over the 50 EMA, this could be a quick trip to 227, so you'll want to watch that price action breakout very closely. If we do break down below the support at 222, you want to look down for support at 220 and 219. Below 219, we're coming back down to retest the support level at 215. If we could break out above 227, we could start to retest the all-time highs in the 230s, and we could see a bullish breakout. So look for that break of resistance at 227 in the event that we do go to that level. In the ARKK ETF, we were down over 2.6%, and again, we are seeing selling in the tech and growth sectors. This again could be a sign of sector rotation, but it's still too soon to say. We still have the full bull trend, and we're still above that critical support at 121. We did break the support at 123, so the next critical support will be the last line of defense to maintain the bull trend in the ARK ETF. So watch that 121 support level very closely, and below that we could be coming all the way back down to 115 or possibly even lower. To the upside, we still have resistance at 125.5 and 128. On the VIX, we were up just slightly today, going up 0.42%. So that is another divergence because typically speaking on a day SPY goes higher, we see the VIX going lower, and today we see SPY and the VIX going higher together. Last time we had a divergence like this, it did lead to a pullback, so this could be another warning sign to be cautious at these levels. If the VIX starts spiking back above 18.2, that would be an early warning sign that something's going on and we're due for a pullback. If we see the VIX getting over 20 and then breaking out over 23, that's when you'll know you're in a stock market correction, so make sure you're planning accordingly and you know your exit strategy if we do see a spike in volatility. If we see the VIX continuing to get crushed, going back down to the low 15s, that will tell us we're going to break out to brand new all-time highs and potentially hit those next price targets. So watch the VIX because it's giving you a lot of information at these levels. On TNX, which is our 10-year treasury note yields, we did see TNX spiking today, going up 1.9%. And that will help the financial sector do a lot better with the banking stocks that are in that sector. So watch TNX because if it starts climbing too fast, it could lead to a sell-off in the tech and growth stocks, and we could see money going into the financial sector. We still do have a gap down here that could still get filled, so don't chase the financial stocks at these levels because there's still a chance you get a pullback and a better buying opportunity. On Bitcoin, we're currently down just over 1%, and we are seeing Bitcoin holding over that support level at 45,000. Remember, my price target is up here at 51,000, and we do have a very strong bull trend at these levels, and we're barely getting any pullbacks before we see continuation of the bull trend. So look for that price target at 51,000 with support at 45,000 and 43,000. If we do break down below support at 43,000, look for strong support at the 20 simple moving average, which is right around 40K. Remember that as long as Bitcoin is in a strong bull trend like we're seeing right now, it is a buy the dip scenario, so you can buy the dip on Bitcoin until we get to our price target at 51,000. Once we get to 51,000, we'll need to see if we break right through that level or if we do get a steep pullback, so be cautious when you see Bitcoin getting into the 50,000s. On Amazon stock, we were down 0.63% today, and we got very close to retesting that support level at 33.11. Remember, Amazon is losing the support trend line, so your strongest support levels to pay attention to are 33.11 and 32.80. If we break below 32.80, it's very likely we're coming back down to 32.08. To the upside, we do have this huge gap to fill, but we have critical resistance at 3,400, 3,455, and 3,500. If we can get back above 3,500, it's very likely we're going to have no trouble closing the rest of the gap, which takes us up to 3,580. So there is a ton of critical resistance above, and we're currently sitting at a very critical support level, and we don't have trending for the bears or the bulls on Amazon stock at this time. So the price action is going to be very key in these next couple of trading sessions, so watch those critical support and resistance levels closely. On Tesla stock, we were down just over 0.5% today, and we still see price action closing over a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we still have a very strong bull trend. So Tesla stock is consolidating just below this resistance level, right around $715, and if we can break and close over that level, we could have a quick trip into the 765 range. So 765 is still our price target as long as we have the bullish trend. To the downside, we do have support right around 702 and our breakout level, which was right around 692. If we lose the breakout level of support, we could come back down to the 20 simple moving average at 675, so watch those critical support levels closely. As long as Tesla is in a full bull trend, it's a buy the dip stock until we lose the bullish trend or we break down below critical support. So look for that potential breakout to the upside, and these Bollinger Bands are starting to expand, so we could see Tesla starting to run very soon. On Apple stock, we were down 0.34% today, and we still see Apple consolidating around all the moving averages. We're holding up above that support level at 145, but we're still failing to break out above 148. Remember, Apple's consolidating in a wedge, and it's about to break out in a very big way to the upside or the downside. You'll see Apple breaking down below 143 for a bearish breakout to the downside, and you'll see Apple breaking out above 149 for a bullish breakout to the upside. If we break out to the upside, the price target is 156. And if we break out to the downside, the price target is 140 with the potential of blasting through that support and coming down to close the gap at 137. So watch Apple closely because a big move is coming very soon and we no longer have a bullish trend in Apple, so we can't just assume it's going to break out to the upside. So stay flexible on Apple stock because it is possible it does break out to the downside and that would drag the triple Qs much lower with it. On the financial sector, we were up over 1% today and we continue to see the financial sector looking very bullish and it's about to have the full bull trend. The price action is breaking out in a very big way, so we are looking at the financial sector as the next possible place that we're going to see money rotating into. The industrial sector was also up over 1% today, back over a positive sloping 5 EMA and still holding on to that bullish trend. The healthcare sector was down about 0.25%, closing right on top of the 5 EMA, and we still have a very strong bull trend in the healthcare sector. The energy sector was up 1.76% today and we're back over 3 of our 4 moving averages. We still don't have any bullish trending and we still need to see the price action breaking back over the 50 EMA. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, we can definitely see a little bit of shakeup today with some of the sector rotation going on with the selling in tech and the buying in the financials and the industrials. So look to see if we see a continuation of that going into tomorrow because it could be an early warning sign of which sectors you want to start rotating into and potentially reducing your exposure to the tech sector. There's a lot to pay attention to with the price action right now, and even though things do seem boring and sideways moving, things are about to get a lot more volatile, so stay on your toes and make sure you're paying close attention to the stock market. Remember, we need to see a breakdown below a critical support level before we say this market is rolling over. Don't just try to call a top and don't get scared at these levels just for the sake of getting scared. The market is going to be volatile, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be a bull market to trade, so make sure you're paying attention to everything going on. Also remember that I have my own trade alert service that only trades TQQQs and it does well in all market conditions. It does exceptionally well in volatile markets, and August and September are typically very volatile. I'm currently running a 50% off promo code for your first month, so now could be the best time to try out BANC trade alerts. You can find out all of the details on how to join in the description below. I also have this Stocks Channel Discord where I do intraday updates and analysis to help you navigate this market and stay on the right side of the trade. If you're interested in joining the Stocks Channel Discord trading community, you can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description. So thanks for watching everybody, I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.